Where do you get all the stuff you make your sculptures from? Like, where do you get all the stuff you
It
make
is,
from?
most of it is from recycled areas such as the John Deere dealer, the Caterpillar dealer. These are, how would you say, equipment type of companies that have big pieces of metal, unique, one of a kind. That's what I'm looking for. I don't like to just drive around the neighborhood and look for things. I'm pretty specific, so I'm looking for big manufacturing type of pieces to use for my sculptures.
What is the first step to making one of your sculptures?
I guess I'm very visual. So many times I just take parts and pieces, I lay them out on the floor in my studio, I kind of walk through. Usually one piece really strikes me as the focus of the art piece itself, and then I build upon that.
How do you dream up your ideas?
I guess dream isn't really the real word, it's more inspired. I'm certainly inspired by just things that I see, design, pattern. I guess I don't dream them. They just seem to come to me on a daily basis, actually. I'm just so visual that things that I see just inspire me to take those everyday objects or everyday things that I see, I take them home and make them. It's innate inside me.
When did you first get interested in sculptures?
That's actually a good story. Probably about 7-8 years ago, I got rear-ended in my vehicle by a employee that worked for a welding company. I happened to know his boss. I went to his establishment with an estimate on the damage for my truck, and he offered to pay for it using credit towards material at a welding store. So I bought acetylene torches, tanks, protective gear, all that, and it was just totally by chance that I got into an accident, and that's how it came to me in order for me to start making sculptures.
How do you put your sculptures together?
Well, I do many different things. Some of it is welded together. Some of it is bolted together. Some of it is tied together with string and grapevines. I mean, it all varies because I do use wood, metal, and stone in all my sculptures. Again, you can see a whole bunch here that are all different sizes and shapes. Some are wood, some are steel, some are all metal. Again, I cut, I grind, I chainsaw. Many different tools are necessary for me to build the sculptures that I build today.
Does anybody help you?
Yes, I get a good friend of mine, his name is Paul, who is a retired welder, because some of the pieces I make are too big for me to actually do by myself. So I need assistance where I'll hold the piece where I want it, and then he will actually do the weld in order to make it work.
Why did you start working on your sculptures?
I guess why is really because I've been artistic really my whole life. Ever since I was a small child, coloring books. I always stayed inside the line, even from a young age of 4 or 5 years old. I wasn't a scribbler, I was detailed, I liked that, and I just grew into bigger different things every year of my life. It went from drawing to painting to sculpture to whimsical things to abstract things, you know, it just went on and on and on.
If you had a time machine, which artist in all of history would you want to meet?
Wow, in all of history. David Smith. He is a local artist here where I have to say many of my pieces in my metal sculpture are inspired by him. He would certainly be top of the line. I also like Picasso just because of his abstract, and my paintings I think are more that way, and I like the cubist look and all that, but those are probably my two favorite artists.
Why would you want to meet them?
Just because, again, I was influenced by them, and I was drawn to their style, and they just gave me clarity when it came to some of my pieces.